Hi, I'm Corey Witt from Taylor Guitars, and I'm here in Houston at Fuller's Vintage Guitar, walking through some of the different Taylor guitars that they have in stock. The one I'm holding here is a T3B. Some of you may be familiar with our T5 that came out in 2005, and that is our groundbreaking, award-winning hybrid acoustic electric guitar. So it's fully acoustic, fully electric all at the same time. And the T3 kind of represents the way Taylor works. All right, Taylor will never stop trying to make guitars better. And at the same time, they're a company of accommodation as well. So innovation and accommodation. If enough people get together and say, hey, dear Bob Taylor, we'd like you to make this guitar, then that's something that Taylor puts on the radar, and we start to consider if it's worthy of building. Well, the T3 is a result of that process. A lot of people love the T5, but what they really wanted was something that was fully electric. It was something that went all the way, no acoustic sounds. And this is a result, all right? So it's the shape and the look of a T5, except under the hood, it's a little bit different. So if you take the top off of a T5 guitar, it's fully hollow. The T3 is different, and then it has a solid center block. And that solid center block accommodates full-size humbuckers and a Bigsby vibrato. And you can also get this as a standard T3 without the Bigsby. It's just called a T3. The T3B denotes that it's a Bigsby-equipped guitar. Now, like I said, that solid center block allows us to mount on full-size humbuckers now. So you have a three-way switch that gives you the bridge, both, or up is the neck. Now, Taylor's a company, and we want to give you option overload. We want to give you more sounds than you could ever possibly use. So with this guitar, we can't just be happy with a three-way switch. We've got to give you more than that. So if you pull up on the volume knob, it splits these humbuckers into single coils. Now, the construction of a humbucker is two single coils, and one is reverse wound, so it bucks the hum, right? What you get is the sound of kind of a really big, full-sounding pickup, loud volume, and a lot of output. But guitar players like that high output, but we also like the crisp clarity of single coil pickups. Whenever you pull up on that volume knob, it lowers the output a little bit and increases the clarity. It cleans up the guitar tremendously. So just to give you an example of that, I'm going through this Fender Mustang right behind me. I'm plugged in, and I'll give you an example of what that splitting sounds like. In the middle position, this is both humbuckers on full. Now if I split that by pulling up the volume knob, nice and sparkly and bright. So the guitar, because it's semi-hollow, is going to have a big, full, aggressive sound anyway. But whenever you split those pickups, you split those humbuckers down to single coils, now your three-way switch still functions. And now you have your bridge split, you have both pickups on in parallel, which is still nice and clean. I just showed you that. And then up is the neck split. So now you have three additional sounds that are nice and clean. Our Bigsby vibrato is a little different from a conventional Bigsby also, in that we want it to stay in tune. And Bigsbys don't always want to stay in tune. So what we're using is a roller saddle, and we're using a Teflon injected tusk nut. Now tusk is spelled T-U-S-Q, it's synthetic bone. But we inject the whole thing with Teflon in construction so that there's no friction here and no friction here. And it allows the strings to move freely whenever you're using the vibrato, whenever you're using the Bigsby. Okay? So, one more feature on the T3 that I want to show you is the tone knob. A lot of times on the tone knob, whenever you roll it off, it just decreases top end and it increases mud. Okay? On our tone knob, whenever you roll that all the way off, what you really get is more of a notch filter. It's like the sound of turning on a wah-wah pedal and leaving it in one place. It sounds kind of like a nasal squawk. But if you don't care for that sound, pull up on the tone knob and it's a conventional tone circuit. So I'll show you what that sounds like. On the bridge pickup on full, that's everything on full. Now if I roll that tone all the way off, you're going to listen for it to sound a little bit more kind of nasal sounding, right? You hear the difference? And if I pull up on the tone knob, it's a conventional circuit. And then with everything all the way back up again, This T3B that I'm holding is a Cocobolo top, so it's a little bit different. It's unconventional, but at Taylor Guitars, it's kind of the standard Taylor fare. They seem to have one of everything, and a lot of the really cool stuff lives here at Fuller's. Any day of the week, you can find 100 to 150 different Taylors, not just the full production line, but a bunch of really cool one-off, build-to-order, custom shop stuff. So if you're looking for great selection, or if you're looking for somebody to talk to help get you that Taylor that fits you like a glove, that is custom made just for you, check out fullersguitar.com or call anybody here. See you next time.